And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Behind the Counter podcast live here on Insane Games TV, Twitch TV. And also you can watch us live on Facebook Gaming, YouTube, and Mixer. But we are live here at the store, Behind the Counter, on this March 2nd episode. We got special guest, Jain here from the 2v Tuesdays squad.
Of course.
No Luke, just Jackson here today. And, of course, Mike and myself. Got a lot of stuff to go over here on the show and, of course, throughout the channel. Big week on the channel. A little bit of celebrating. 100-plus followers this week. It's been kind of a crazy week here at the channel. Kind of the first week we've actually had a full schedule from Monday all the way till Sunday. So that's something to be pretty happy about. And, of course, we had Jordan first week, duty call on Thursday nights. Dave had an excellent stream yesterday. I think we got the max, like 70-plus viewers at one time on his show. So, yeah, that was crazy.
Constructing
Gundam. Out of all things, Gundam. I'm baffled. It was just a fantastic day yesterday, both here at the store and with Dave building the model. And I don't know much about Gundam. Do you know much about Gundam?
Not really.
Do you have any questions about Gundam?
Are you going to be able to answer them?
Could you answer the questions?
I don't think I can answer questions on Gundam. If you were to ask me a question on Gundam, I don't know.
Guess it doesn't matter if we have questions.
Dave is the specialist when it comes to Gundam. But you remember, there's a provisional that Dave's not allowed to talk about Gundam here at the store.
That is the rule.
Because he didn't show up for that Call of Duty 1-on-1 matchup, and his punishment, per the committee of the store, was that he's not allowed to talk about Gundam when Gundam is discussed. However, I did let him speak a little bit yesterday about it. I asked him a few questions, which he was allowed to answer.
That's fair.
So was he not allowed to talk about it at all while he was building
technically, it? Technically the rule was he's not allowed to discuss Gundam, period. But he was... I don't know how much Gundam talk there was yesterday. It was just Dave kind of chatting with viewers and, of course, chatting with customers while building the model here on the stream. So, excellent stream yesterday.
Bolt cutters out. Did you see that?
He did. He had some interesting tools that he had provided to him to build this model, and he found a way to use every single one of those tools. But nonetheless, a fantastic week here at the network. We got a lot more stuff coming this week. Jackson's back tomorrow, 2v Tuesdays with Luke. Of course, Mike's up next with Retro Monday. And, of course, back on Wednesday with Dream Team. And we have across the board a full week. But let's jump into the big topic here at the channel. It's been going on for a couple weeks, the Overwatch talk, as it continues to evolve from week to week. Luke joined the 6-man squad this week.
The better half of 2v Tuesdays.
Maybe at Overwatch. Anyone who watches the stream would know.
I don't know, Luke or Jackson. Are you going to get yourself situated when it comes to Overwatch?
I'm putting my foot in the door.
What level are you?
I believe I'm 12.
12? That's a long way to go to get to 25.
Well, I've played for one day, so...
I've been down that road. It's no easy road, my friend.
It's not that hard for...
It's not that hard. It just takes forever to get through. I mean, like, forever.
He's already halfway there, essentially.
Yeah. Is he?
12?
Plus, Luke has a Smurf account that's like level 45.
That's not how you do it.
I actually have a comment from
He's trash at Overwatch.
What's he say?
He says Jackson is trash at Overwatch.
Trash at Overwatch. How are you going to handle that?
It's true.
Do you call yourself the better of the 2v Tuesdays?
At Call of Duty, yeah.
Well, the better means...
At Call of Duty? I don't know. I think I saw Luke freaking wipe the floor with you.
Last time we played, we 1v1. I won, so...
Ooh. Oh.
Just putting that out there, you know.
There was a few matchups. It wasn't just one. Didn't you do a couple of them?
We played 2. We won the first one, and I won the second one.
Okay, so you're even.
Yeah, but I have the last win.
Final victory. That is
you won,
nice.
Luco, you won once. I won the other. Okay, so Luke's even acknowledging.
That is
I won the last game we played.
Point.
Plus, we played...
He struck last.
We did play a gunfight, too, and I won that as well, so...
So best 2 out of 3, essentially.
Essentially.
Either way...
That's all I gotta say.
Either way, Luke joined the squad this week. We had a pretty impressive... I forget what day it was, but we went on a pretty impressive 6-man squad.
I like Luke's addition to the team. He was pretty good.
Player of the game
his role.
3
He's
times.
Quiet, but he's performing a very needed duty, which is healer.
Now, out of the 6, now we'll take the 6 that we're playing. Johnny, Butt, Tom, you, me, Luke. Where does Luke fall on that scale 1 through 6?
I have my grading list.
Well, worry about the grade, but where do you think in rank of who's better to worse? Where do you think Luke falls in?
Let's see. who he's in the middle of.
Is he better than Butt?
He's right in the middle between Jackson and Tom. So you can fill in the gaps there.
So, wait, are you saying... Well, first off, are you saying you're better than Tom?
We'll see when the grades come out.
Either way, Luke was player of the game, I think, 3 times.
3 in a row. Pretty impressive.
He's good. I'll
with
give
an
him
overpowered
I'll give him
character,
all
though.
the credit at Overwatch. He's good at Overwatch.
He gets pretty heated in Overwatch, too.
He does rage.
Don't we all rage?
He
It's a
says,
little
I'm
crazy.
better than Tom.
I'm better than Tom.
I believe it.
We'll get to that.
I believe it. Tom's not very good.
We'll discuss that a little bit later.
Are you taking some shots at Tom, too?
Probably better than
Are you?
him.
But are you?
I've never
I
played
don't-
with him,
Is
but-
he allowed to critique Overwatch? He's
Why not?
He's just running wild,
You're not at all even into the comp matches.
Uneducated.
I'm
smack talk.
sure that if I was to play with you guys, I would do better than you. 100% sure.
Better
about
than
that.
me?
Yes.
Wait, you think you're gonna be better than me at Overwatch?
I could be better than you at any video game ever, so
I'm not sure that's accurate.
maybe you could beat me at Tetris.
Tetris?
The Sims.
Sims, maybe, yeah. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna engage those. Those are definite wins if there's even a competition involved in it.
Exactly. Those are old games.
Okay,
We're
so
talking
you
about new
you
games.
okay? Big shots up to 11 or level 12. Which ones do you like playing as?
My
Who
favorite
are your
characters?
favorite?
I'm a big Ash guy right now. Ash is my
Ash
go-to.
is ass. Continue.
Who else? Who do you have experience playing as?
I played Junkrat a few times. I like Junkrat. Farah is the one with the
Yeah,
jetpack,
nice.
All
right?
DPS so far.
I do like the one healer, Moira.
Moira,
Overpowered.
but very effective.
Very effective. She's pretty
She
good.
is really good.
Who else have I played as? I think that's close. There's the one girl.
No tanks. No tanks.
I like the hamster.
The
The
hamster.
hamster's a good tank.
The rabbit.
He gives us a lot of trouble.
Did you say rabbit?
He does that for some reason.
I call them all by. What do you mean?
Do you think it's a rabbit?
He knows it's wrong, but he just says it anyway.
There's
For
the
pleasure.
one girl damage person. She has like the MP7. I don't know.
Yeah, Sombra.
Sombra. She's good. I like Sombra. But yeah, I like Ash.
What about Bastion?
Used Bastion a few
Don't bring
times. Not
Bastion
gonna
in
lie.
And what did Luke tell you when you started playing anything? Because you liked him. From what you
No,
told me.
first of all, Luke wanted me to play as Bastion so we could do better. So, but he did tell me Bastion was a little bit OP.
He can play Bastion just like the rest of the OW community.
Overwatch community.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bastion's very. I've been told the same thing. He's very. What's the word, Mike?
Controversial. Overpowered.
Who do you play as? That's the real question.
Me?
Yeah, I've heard you're a healer, and I've heard you're not
I
very
like
good
playing
at it.
healer. I like having an effective role in the team as a healer.
He was brought to tears and almost quit Overwatch from the criticism of our squad members. I was one of them, but I had to take my hat out of the
we
ring.
never addressed that.
What?
That we didn't put that in there. The Monday night fiasco last week, where
Well, when you were going to retire?
when I said I was going to retire.
It was because your brother was... We did talk about it, didn't we?
No,
Yeah,
that was
no.
Monday night.
You know, you talked about it.
No, Monday night. Oh no, that was something different. Monday night.
You're all over the place.
No, Monday night is when I abruptly got off. Remember that was the whole May fiasco.
I forgot about that.
We talked a little bit on 2v Tuesdays.
We were going and flowing, basically. Thought we were all recovered, and then it went right back to pure devastation.
We lost 2 in a row, and it got hostile extremely
Dan was forced
quickly.
to play May on DPS.
Tom
and the
started
pressure
back with
was
the
so
size.
heavy.
Tom was like,
That's what it sounds like playing with Luke.
and then it turned into the comments about the healing. Oh, I'm the only healer. I'm not getting any heals. I'm not getting it. Or I'm getting. And then it turned into the Dan play DPS. And then it turned into Dan. You got to be made. Like I didn't find it at all entertaining, so I abruptly got off, and that was the end of it.
He didn't find being a part of the team out and helping the team.
You gotta know your role.
And then I took 2
Doing
nights
something that
off.
would help.
Needs to know his role.
No, he was begging to play the next night. Begging.
Either way, Thursday came. Luke joined the squad. We played with Luke for a little bit. I thought we did pretty good. We won a bunch, and
good.
I would give my rankings. Let me give you my ratings.
If
I
you
don't
have
want your
yourself
ranking.
not last, then it doesn't matter what your rankings are because they're not true.
I will rank out of everyone that's playing Overwatch right now.
Go
I don't
for it.
think you're qualified to do that.
Okay.
I want to
because you
hear it.
don't know
I
enough
just
about
want to
it.
know where he puts himself, and that's
I know where I put
You
myself.
can if you want, and I'll see where yours.
I'm
go
not gonna
against
give.
my
I'm not gonna
grades.
give grades. I'm just gonna say who I think is the best.
Go
And
Top,
I
bottom.
don't know what yours is.
from top to bottom.
Top to bottom, Butt number 1,
That's true.
Luke,
who?
Uh,
Who?
Johnny,
Jeez, I haven't heard Mike's name.
Think carefully.
Mike and Tom's a very big debate. I'm sorry, I really don't. I think they're almost identical, so it's kind of like hit or miss.
I'll let you get away with putting us as even.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna take some
Let's see
shots
who You
here.
have left. You got a couple people left.
I'm gonna take some big shots here.
All right.
Me,
That's all right. The whole list doesn't even matter anymore.
Dave, Jackson. Well, you're level 12. How can I possibly rank you high?
Have you played with me?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. So you don't know how good I am.
I'm going based off of what I've been told.
I've been told you're pretty bad.
All right. So
I think let me clarify, because I'm going to take some heat from rating myself over Dave. I think Dave and I are effectively the same right now, even though I know he's going to get upset about that. But I think Dave and I are relatively the same.
it's a hot topic. I'd say half and half are the opinions on it. Me and Butt and Johnny think Dave is better, and the Shevlins think Dan is better than Dave. But
Seems like a 3v2. Majority
It's a
rules.
fair assessment.
well, I'm sure.
And
Dave
everyone has
thinks
their
he's
own
better as
ratings.
well.
I'm sure Dave is better. So
He knows far more about the game.
Dave knows a lot about the game.
Far more.
it's what's all that matters. Knowledge. Knowledge is power.
So now that you've given yours, do you want me to give mine?
I might as well jump into the full ratings. Let's do it. Week
So
3,
you had
official grades coming
your-
from the grade master.
Your order from top to bottom was Butt, Luke, Johnny, me and Tom even, you, Dave, and then Jackson in last place. Would you prefer for me to go from the top to bottom or from the bottom to the top?
I really don't. Let's go. What's reverse? Let's go from the worst to the best.
If I hear my name
No.
first, I'm walking out.
Actually, no, this works. The worst right now, I gave Johnny an F for leaving for the whole month of March. I mean, how do you participate or get a grade if you're just gone?
That
fair.
is
It's
true.
a
You're not
fair
participating.
If you don't show up,
If
you
you don't
get a grade.
participate, then you just get a failing grade. So Johnny gets an F, and it will, I guess, remain that way until he returns. A real shame. A real shame. And then let's see. Next,
What's next?
it's pretty controversial. Dan with a C minus.
Hey, it's an
It's an
increase from
improvement
last
over what he
week.
had last week.
A C
Let's see. Then I had Dave and Jackson tied with a C.
How can you even give Jackson a C? You don't even know what he's done.
I watched him on 2v Tuesdays.
I played a little
Already
bit.
proved that
This
he's more
is so.
confident
This
than
is such bullshit. So much bullshit.
Yeah, I like this
Amp
list.
Slayer's laughing.
This is a good list.
It is such bullshit.
All right, and then I gave Luke a C plus.
You really gave Luke. By the way, when we played on 3 times, when we played Thursday, Luke got play a game 3 times.
He's a new,
3 in a
new guy
row,
to the
too.
squad. He's still earning his spot.
He's
He's got to
green.
see if he gets a piece of the pie or
He's
not.
diamond, by the way.
Carried.
Diamond.
By
Should they
who?
button them carried? They're not even in
By
diamond
whoever he
themselves.
plays with. He's got a little secret side
I've
group.
played with the group he plays with, and Luke's the best one in that group too.
Luke goes, whoa.
And then after Luke, I gave Tom a B minus because he wasn't healing me the other fucking day.
Mike is
And
kissing
he
Tommy's
got-
ass
he
so
got
hard right
butthurt
now.
with me when I was telling him I need healing.
There
And
was
he-
a little bit of a war
He
going on
attacked
there.
me. You lashed out at me verbally, and then I wasn't comfortable turning my mic on for at least 3 minutes after that. So you got dropped based on chemistry alone reasons. And then me with a B plus. Making sure I didn't miss anybody.
But
Got Butt with an A minus.
I don't know. I think
I
Buck
think
should come
that's-
down a level. I think Buck got very hostile when we lost those 2 games. Him and Johnny
He's got
together.
to stay higher than me. I couldn't drop him to the same.
I get that, but you gotta.
A minus is he hasn't improved, or I dropped him for the same reasons last week, so he's still the same. He's still toxic. Still very toxic. So any questions about? Do you want to discuss the grading?
I like
I think
that.
you're
That's a good
good.
list. I'm
Of
okay
course,
with
of course,
that.
he loves it because
You
he's
find
over
him
me
fair?
on the rate, which is bullshit.
We'll see.
What's bullshit about it?
A, making yourself number 2 on the rankings.
I think I'm very good at the game.
I didn't say you weren't.
There was a 3-way tie before Johnny decided to not participate anymore. And Tommy decided to lash out at me verbally.
I just think I don't know. I think you're playing it safe on a lot of them.
Safe?
Yeah, safe.
Same with you, putting me live.
Everyone
You're-
says
you're
everyone's
in-
upset that I gave Luke a controversial C+. That's
You're,
not playing
you're
it safe.
increasing mine, but still keep me last. Okay.
You're not last. Johnny's last.
Okay, but okay, whatever. You're increasing mine to a C minus, but still making sure no one gets below me.
That's
An
fair.
average person that's not a mouth breather at least gets a C.
A mouth breather. You're throwing out Harry Potter terms now.
I'm not sure if that came from Harry Potter, but
It's a Harry Potter term.
it's people that breathe with their mouth.
That was from, what's the show?
Harry Potter.
No.
Mouth breather is that a Harry Potter reference?
Just
No,
it's a common term
Stranger
for someone
Things.
that's stupid, pretty much.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
What do they
People
call
have
it in
called
Harry
Eli
Potter?
Manning that for years.
What do they call it in Harry Potter?
It's like a caveman, kind of.
Harry Potter calls him.
Snake tongue? Something?
Chat, does anyone know what they call a normal person in Harry Potter? I gotta
A
look it up.
normal
now.
person? A muggle?
Muggle.
Muggle.
But they call it another one. There's
Mouth
another.
breather.
Can we move on?
Yeah.
You're very
You're
confused.
not making any sense.
What do you mean? They call a normal human being in Harry Potter. They have a turn for him.
It's a muggle.
That's a muggle.
It's a muggle, but they also there's something called a mouth breeder too.
Oh,
There's
that
a
was-
parcel tongue,
Yeah,
mud blood,
that.
I don't know.
What do they call what's her face?
Who?
The girl.
Hermione?
Yeah. What are her parents?
A mud blood?
Mudblood. I thought mouth
Different
breeder.
from-
Different from mouth
Apologize
breather.
for what?
Because you were
Saying Mouth
wrong.
breather came from Harry Potter.
Mudblood. Mouth breeder is really Stranger Things. I would have bet. I would have
I
bet
think
money.
it even came before that. It's just a
I mean-
common term.
But
Dan is legit mixing up mudblood and mouth breeder. Holy shit. Okay. I guess I am mixing them up. I would if you asked.
Apologize now.
Apologize. I
To
will,
me
first
and-
off, I will. No, I'm not
to
apologizing
me
to
and
either
Chad.
one. I will apologize to
To
Harry
Chad
Potter
and
because
I.
I have watched the Harry Potter franchise
to
multiple
Jackson.
times. And who do I need to apologize to?
Everyone.
To Chat and I and Jackson.
No.
repeat after me. Ready?
I apologize
I
to the Harry
am
Potter
sorry.
franchise for getting those two screwed up. That's it. I'm not apologizing to you two.
You should be.
You should.
Nope.
For embarrassing
But back
us
to
like
what my
that.
point was. I think your grades are a little bit biased, and I think they're also very safe. I think you play it safe on the ratings.
I like that was a fair list.
Of course you do. Your only goal is to be higher than me.
And I succeeded.
It's not very hard, to be honest. It's a pretty easy goal. If
Is
anything,
it?
Jackson's playing it safe, if that's the case.
Is it?
He should be shooting for his 2v2 boy.
So,
Can't go after the best.
speaking of competition, some rumors have been going through the store about possibly re-engaging or relaunching one of the official store belts. Now, the store belts, we have the Call of Duty belt, we have the Overwatch belt, we have the fighting belt, we have
This
the
is the
sports belt,
It's
and
the
we
shining
have the,
gold off of your
the
face
Halo.
when
Did I
you're
ever say
looking at
that?
it. It's
We have the
quite well.
Overwatch, we have the fighting. All the names are ripped off them. I can't tell which one's what.
Yeah, Jackson was being a cool cat the other day.
Converse and so there's the Halo, there's the fighting, there's which one's this one?
Sports.
Overwatch, and then we have the Call of Duty. So the question is, what belt should be relaunched?
This one.
I
It's
think
a solid vote, I guess. Could be
Call of
said.
Duty.
I think we're gonna have to send a vote out to the
And if
network
no
to
one
see
has
which
any
belt.
votes, then I'll decide myself.
I think I got a shot at most of the belts.
So if we enact
Maybe
one
not
of the
the
titles,
Overwatch
rather,
one, yeah.
yeah, I think it's
feel like
relatively
Overwatch
safe to
isn't
say
really
it's going to be either the Call of Duty Championship or the Overwatch Championship.
How do you do?
I was gonna say, you can't really
You
do
do
an
like
Overwatch
sports.
one.
Either Call of Duty or sports. How do you do Overwatch?
Well, we've always had an
I was
Overwatch
say,
belt.
Unless it's just going by SR, and you can't really.
You can go by SR.
Pass
You can go
anybody
by
up if
a
we're all
particular
playing
ratings.
Call of Duty.
It's looking like Call of Duty.
Or what we could do is maybe everybody on the no, there'd be politics involved in it.
What? Everyone gives a rating?
Well, what you could do is everyone gives ratings for the entire everyone playing.
Yeah, but
and then you average all of them out.
Everyone would just rate themselves higher than they actually are. They're biased.
How could we dictate a Overwatch belt?
An Overwatch belt would be tough.
You just have to go to Luke, highest rank, right?
One could argue it needs to be highest rank, but that's a little.
I wish there was a 2v2 mode in that, because then the Dream Team would have it with ease,
But there is not.
so I don't know how we do it. You can't do 1v1, because that's not how it works.
No, there is one game that has a 2v2 mode in it.
What?
That'd be Call of Duty.
Well, okay, so if we jump into Call of Duty,
You
I
could
don't think
essentially do 1v1s in Call of Duty as well, if it needed to come down to it.
you can handle the Call of Duty one. The rules we had in the other Call of Duty, you would not have lasted.
What are the rules?
Remember all the rules for them?
It was like score per minute, kills, wins for the week. It was like a big
You could just cheese that.
It was
easily.
a big anti-Dan. It was one of those. We're gonna throw in all these different things to make sure Dan can't win the title.
You just run point man. Use a riot shield. Cheese it.
I'm not sure if that would work.
You get so many points. Play like hard points.
Yeah, but you're not getting any kills,
You get kill streaks from your points.
I suppose. I don't know. We'll have to see how the rules go.
But I think we'll
I
have
always
to.
like gunfight for it, but
I'm more intrigued to figure out what possible rules we can make to create the Overwatch belt, a game that's very hot here at the store right now. Is it biggest gains for the week, maybe?
I guess that would probably be more reasonable. Then people would smurf, get real low, and then be like, "Well, I gained 500 this week, so the belt's mine."
The only fair thing we could do is a 1v1 at Call of Duty. It just makes the most
But it's
sense.
not how it works.
For a belt.
Why?
We'll have to get the competition committee together and have
The recreational committee is going to have to put something together.
There's a
some
tag
big
team belt,
rules.
right?
No.
What is this? I thought there was a team belt.
No. We have to maybe it's a team belt we need to enact.
team belt.
I mean, you have Jack.
For multiple
You have
games.
Jackson and Luke. You have Tom and Mike. You have Dave and Boder.
Who's your teammate?
I don't need one. I fly solo.
And
I am the Call of Duty champion. I don't need
So
a
you're
tag
just gonna
team
play
partner.
people 2v1?
No,
That'd be fun.
I wouldn't compete for the 2v. I wouldn't fight for the tag team titles.
I suppose.
I would be
matter
more
what belt
engaging
you
in
go
the Call of Duty championship.
You wouldn't win.
I doubt you'd win.
So what are the possible
Not with
rules
Luke
for
and Jackson in the
Overwatch?
mix.
The Overwatch belt
And
would have to
myself.
be the SR would have to be included.
Right?
Right.
You fourth best. I'd give you.
Gains for the
better
week.
than you at COD.
SR rating, gains for the week. What could also be contributing to the factor?
No one cares about Overwatch.
Jackson, just because you're a C in Overwatch doesn't mean you
It's
got
still higher than Dan. It's still a better chance of getting the belt than Dan. That's all.
You see how much Dan cares about Overwatch. What's the question?
What factors could go into deciding the Overwatch belt?
Elsa says average SR of all three roles. That not be bad.
I'll never come close to
I'm
ever.
gonna say there's just some people that are already in such an absurd spot.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to just do it off of the SR rating. Gains for the week, I think, should be contributed. Gold medals. Could you keep track of gold medals for the week?
I mean, you just have to trust people, right?
I know I would just say I had the most every week.
Or you just take a picture.
Well, can't
of
you go
your-
in
your
and
game.
can't-
Taking pictures of
Does
evidence.
Overwatch have? Overwatch must have stats.
How
where
do
you
you
go
know if
back
it's at
and
the
look.
beginning or the end of the game?
Like when you see your whole career profile that comes up there, can't you just do it for 1 week?
I don't think so. This current season,
Everyone has to make a new account.
that wouldn't be a bad idea. Completely fresh accounts. But then we all play with each other too, so it gets messy.
True.
Can
Very,
get messy.
very, very messy, the Overwatch scene for the belt.
Can get beat.
I don't even care about
Well,
that.
first off, let's send it out
Right.
to. I think we'll send out a vote through all
I
of
think
our.
the Call of Duty belt's just going to have to be made.
We'll have to go through. We'll see
The
which one.
Overwatch belt needs more research. The Call of Duty belt can be put into effect more easily.
And then we
Who's-
get this is the tag team belt right here.
Yeah, well, in reality,
Tag team.
you're holding the Halo belt.
No.
In the store
You
reality.
see those two people right there? Two Spartan helmets?
That is a pretty nice
This is a
2v2 belt.
This is a tag team belt at heart. So.
Well, the belts have been known to change their roles, so they could very easily be. But are you suggesting that we cancel out the Halo Championship and make that the tag team, store tag team champions?
always
Butt
get
and Johnny, the other tag team.
We could always get another belt, but
I
this
would
is just
almost rather we destroy the Overwatch belt.
because
Why?
that's just. I mean, what is this one? UFC.
Don't look at the
Get rid
fucking
of the
Mortal.
f-
Don't
the
be
fighting
looking at
one.
the fucking Mortal Kombat belt, Jackson.
Is this the one that had your name on it?
You're goddamn
That I
right.
ripped off.
Oh, I had his name on it.
I put such a devastating spree down in that.
We could always.
So
bring back
absurd
the
that you ripped
sport
my
belt,
name
too.
out.
Madden. I've been getting into Madden.
We haven't put anything up for the sports game lately. That would be a pretty easily decided one as well.
All right, so we're gonna send out a poll or a vote that goes out to all of our social media handles, and we'll find out who exactly votes for what, and we'll find out what the people want to see. They want to see a Call of Duty belt. They want to see an Overwatch belt.
We already know how we're good. We don't even know how to do an Overwatch.
Trust me, our committee can suggest.
Dan just wants to stir drama up in the Overwatch group. He's acting like he's for the boys,
I
but
know.
he's secretly against the boys.
Who said that?
It doesn't even
I'm
matter
saying it
what
now.
belt goes out. You don't have a shot at any of them.
Yee!
Unless it's the Sims belt. It's the
Tetris.
second time we dropped Sims. In
It's the second time you've mentioned Sims. All right, let's keep this going. We had the Jordan on first stream as the duty call, 7th ranked in
EOC5.
Yep, ranked in Fortnite in the state of New York. Not a bad first stream. Crazy
Was
week.
he playing on console?
Yeah,
How'd he do? I popped in for a little bit. It seemed like he was doing well, but you get
I think
any
he
wins?
started off a little rusty just because he's getting used to the whole system again. 'Cause He
Yeah.
normally plays on PC.
Did he get any dubs though?
That I don't know for sure.
I'll have to ask him.
We'll have to make sure we keep track or get it filmed. His first win on the network.
As far as we know, he was winning everything.
Yeah.
I heard
probably
him
could've.
saying he was doing well, so he might have. That's a question for Dave. Dave was here with him, so I'll have to ask Dave and find out.
I was impressed with the building skills when I popped in.
Either way, he had a good stream. Dave, we'll talk about Dave's crazy stream yesterday. Dave comes in with building a Gundam model set.
Do we have it here?
I don't dare take it out. It's in the
No,
back.
the people might want to see it.
I don't know. They can't. It's not a finished product. We can't
He didn't
pull it.
finish it?
No.
Okay.
You see how many pieces were in there?
Well, how long was he building it for?
It wasn't a 3-hour stream. I mean,
You should see. It is quite the absurd amount of
I mean, he
building he's
was
got to do.
being a Renaissance man, working the counter and doing that and the stream.
He
at
was
once.
covered. Logan
But
was here
3 hours?
working.
Come on. Come on.
get anything done in 3 hours.
Are you saying he should have got more?
I'm saying he should have been completed it.
I'm telling you, I don't even think he got 25% done.
Not even
My water
25% done.
I'm telling you, he did not get 75% done. Or 25% done.
This guy.
Who?
You with your numbers today.
He
Need to
did.
get yourself under control.
He got, I think, the head and the shoulders done.
Well, I guess we'll get another stream of him bolt cutting shit open.
There was a lot of pieces to be put in there. It was no easy.
I popped into chat and I was just like, so after you finish constructing him, are you going to immediately destroy him? He's just like, no, why?
Keep it
But
forever.
I really think we should. I'll have to talk to whoever the head of the cult is, and I'll have to get him to convince Dave to destroy that.
You gonna try to work some of the back channels?
Well, I'm saying it here, so it's not a secret, but
It's out there.
I guess you could. I think it's. I don't know. I don't think he's ever going to destroy it.
We say we had multiple cult members offering up ways of destruction for it, so there's definitely interest. Someone said a battle bot. Not bad.
Either way, Dave
So
ended
we
up getting
burn
a
it.
crazy amount of
Burn it.
viewers, up to 70 at one point, the most obviously we've ever had at one time. And it was a steady amount of people watching the entire show, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" And Dave was excited, everyone was excited, and of course, it's busy at the store. So you got poor Dave trying to build the model, and like a million people, and of course it's the one day Dan
Say
leaves
the first
early.
busy Sunday in some time.
Oh, of course.
Say Sunday's usually pretty slow around here, but it was a booming yesterday.
Of course, Dan leaves early, and it gets extremely busy around here.
Because everyone's tired of Dan. I think that it's a correlation that you're trying to make. You said it a couple times, and I think it just clicked in my mind.
When Dan leaves, that's when the store gets busy. No one wants to be in here when you're in here.
The stream was hot. The sales were cooking. Dan
to
was
leave more
nowhere to be
often.
seen.
Speaking of a busy day yesterday,
Morale around the store was high.
some lady came in here. Out of all the stores to go shoplifting, this is not one of them. Okay, we have a lot of features at our disposal to track someone down. Like you walk into like Walmart, Target, whatever, they have the people there don't get. When you walk in here, we got cameras, we got social media, we got Facebook accounts. We can find out who credit card terminals. We easy. So the lady came in yesterday, and I'll give Dave credit. Spotted it right away that she took the pop. Okay, so I'm not even. I can't say if I went back and looked at it. It was mad busy in the store. I can't say I would have noticed her taking the pop. And if I noticed her taking the pop, I wouldn't have noticed her walking out without, not with it, walking out, instead of putting it back. I was like, okay, so I would not have noticed that. So I will give Dave credit for actually picking up and noticing that the pop was still missing and she took it. But you know what she ends up doing? She ends up buying something. The classic. If you're gonna buy something when stealing it, are you crazy?
Trying to blow the suspicion away. Like, oh, they didn't
Why would you
steal
use
anything.
your credit card knowing that you're stealing a $40 item at the store? Don't
Well,
get
do
it.
we even know that which pop it was?
No, we're gonna do some
It
further
very well
research.
could be out there if she came to the counter.
No, she went over, she took it off the counter, went around, walked around, and then she walked, sat back down over here, and then either her boyfriend or husband took her wallet out of the thing, walked up here, bought another thing for their kid, and they all walked out. She never set the pop down. Crazy.
Interesting. We'll have to get some footage of that.
We're gonna have to pull it up, but I haven't gone back to look. But we can easily track her credit card number down, get her name number. But just like, why? We have like how many times has someone stole from here and get away with it? Not often.
Not very often.
Not often. We always track people down. Always. Remember the one lady we
Don't be
posted on
challenging people, because then there's gonna be like.
Remember the last?
Yeah.
Remember the lady in the pink? Remember the lady in the pink pants?
The lady in the pink.
The lady in the pink pants. Remember she came in, she stole a bunch of stuff, and then we caught her, and we posted it on Facebook.
I don't remember that.
And then she came in the week later, remember? She came back the next week or something.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep, I remember it. You were playing it all slow, and you were freaking flagging down security, but you were talking to her, keeping her.
What ended up happening with that?
I think we got our stuff back or something about it.
Did she actually end up calling, did
if not
security
the
call the
stuff back,
cops?
then we got the money instead.
Or did she return them? I think she returned them. What are you going to do? That pop better be returned. Better be
You're out there,
returned.
you best bring it back.
But again, I give Dave a lot of credit. It was busy here at the store, and he actually picked up on it relatively quickly. I don't think I would have. So, even though, most people would get mad, I'm not really that mad about it because I'm mad about that she's doing it.
There is the classic time you and good old Tyler of, what is it, No Look, were watching soccer and that guy slipped the PSPs out of the counter right under your nose.
One of the biggest
Never
knives
caught
in the
him.
bag I've
Got-
ever seen.
Say two top high-profile workers of the store, their faces this close to the TV, and the guy reaches all the way around the counter. I'm not sure if you can see it from wherever it is, but
Can't see it.
and he has a kid with him, freaking scumbag. But either way, he goes in, grabs it, puts it in, says bye, waves to you on the way out.
It was a PSP, wasn't it?
Yeah, up a PSP. I think multiple PSPs.
No, just one. He didn't
Two
take multiple
PSPs.
PSPs.
Two
Mike.
PSPs.
Now you're
I'm pretty sure.
It could have been
exaggerating.
5.
He took
For all
He
one.
I
just
know.
kept going and going, and you
One,
guys
two.
were like, "This soccer match is so interesting."
I'm not quite sure what's. Are you sure we weren't playing the soccer,
We
FIFA?
were watching some soccer match. I remember it clear as day.
It was pretty crazy. He slid the door open, stuck his hand in. There were two very high profile people working, Tyler and myself. What can I say?
What a blunder. We have locked down pretty tight since that day.
Oh, big time.
I don't think anybody else has ever gotten away with it after that.
The
That we
two-
know of. I guess
Two little kids.
Dan got
Not
these
one of
little
my,
kids.
not one of Dan's best moments, but it wasn't my idea.
Say we caught these two little kids stealing, and Dan had their credit card number, like he was just saying. So he called the mom, and then she's just like, "Oh, we'll use this as a learning experience or something." So she brought the kid in and had Dan pull up the footage of like the kids stealing, and the little kids almost.
It was
passing
two
out.
kids. No, it was two
bad.
kids
It was
that
bad.
weren't related. But I think their two parents were seeing each other, so it was one of
You
those.
don't need to get into all that.
I'm
Dan.
just trying to put it.
Jesus.
But either way, they were back there, and the one kid, was like, oh, and they almost passed out in the back, and I'm just like, okay, I think we're done here. Like, it was even more for what I wanted to do.
Jeez.
It was just a crazy
Dan was getting
situation.
sick pleasure out of it
Yeah.
back then. We're getting
I don't know about
sociopath.
Turns around in the chair, stroking the white cat. Jeez.
Just don't steal here. You
I
get
think
caught.
you don't
It
steal
does sound like
anywhere. It's
you're
almost
challenging
better.
people.
No, I'm not. If you want to go to jail,
He's. I don't think jail would happen.
what do you mean?
I don't think jail would happen. Perhaps a
If
fine.
you steal $50 worth of stuff, it's a misdemeanor.
Well, you said $39.99 for that other person.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
still not good. You still get charged a fine or whatever.
Right in
a
the
fee.
safe zone.
Jeez. Yeah. You think, what, a pop? Stay under that $50 range?
Some of them are more.
Some or more. You
We've
see
had-
the collection we've gotten in here in the last week?
Trust me, I see all of the pops.
A lot of high-end pops. What's the most valuable one that we got
A
in?
whole lot of pops, not a lot of games.
So we got a
Wow.
collection this weekend. I mean, I'm looking at Disney, Star Wars,
That's Disney.
Severed
I don't see any
Snake,
Disney, I
God,
don't think.
Star Wars is Disney.
Krampus.
That's true.
Well, some are labeled Disney.
Well, just one is labeled Disney. Hades from Hercules. Oh, I don't know that.
No idea. You knew that?
Yeah, of course.
Whatever. I don't like cartoons.
You don't like
Krampus.
Disney movies?
Chrome Darth
You have
Vader.
no heart if that's the truth.
Chrome Darth
That one's
Vader.
nice.
God.
That is a nice one.
Finn. Weeping Angel. The fighter TIE fighter pilot.
Robot Devil from Futurama.
Grand Moff
The
Tarkin.
R2 one. I like the R2 one.
Not to mention all the ones we have over there that got traded in too. I mean, the Count from the Cookie Monster.
I'm gonna say, what was it, on Saturday when we got this in and then we were all showing them? Let's say if you want a better look at a lot of them, we were freaking holding them straight up to the camera and stuff on Insane Games Live. But yeah, pops have been pretty good. What are you looking at?
It's
Dan?
saying we went offline. If we're
Mm,
still live, hang on. My thing says we went. Did I not say we went offline?
Yeah, it
looks
does.
fine to me.
Yours is still rocking?
It's just your trash iPad.
Maybe.
Send it back.
Oh no, we're still. The thing's still going over there, so I take that it is. But yeah, so we got a lot of cool pops I got traded in this week. A lot of high-end pops. Definitely, if you're a pop collector, come check us out. I think we posted photos on our Facebook page and our Instagram, so that was that should be posted. What's that?
No.
What do we got here? NASCAR. Dan's been kind of watching a little bit of NASCAR.
Let me
Kind of starting to get back into it. Hendrick Motorsports.
just back out of the picture. Oh, come on. come
Hendrick
back.
Motorsports got to win.
What's Hendrick Motorsports, Dan?
It's my favorite team.
Who's on it?
How many teams are there?
Well, there's a bunch of different teams on.
There's only one.
That's it. There's only one NASCAR team?
What?
How many NASCAR teams are there?
Well, there's all different teams. It's like the NFL. There's teams.
There's only one person in a car at a time, last I checked.
Right, but they race for a particular team.
So how many teams are there?
There's a lot of different teams.
Ooh, like in Talladega Nights.
That-
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
That movie's an embarrassment to NASCAR.
They're on the
Shake
same
and
team,
bake.
Shake and Bake.
Shake and bake.
Awful.
What's
Great.
awful?
Should not even be considered.
The only good racing movie I've ever seen.
That's a
Maybe
good
Speed
movie,
Racer. That's up there.
Joke. Awful. It was an
Okay.
embarrassment to the entire NASCAR community. But either way, I'm a huge Jeff Gordon fan. Jeff Gordon doesn't race anymore, so by default, I now relate.
Yeah,
I
but
revolt
agrees
to
with
being a
Was that
Hendrick
the team he was
Motorsports
on?
fan. What? He raced for Hendrick Motorsports.
And what?
Ampslayer, fuck Talladega Nights.
Say
Exactly,
He's with
Ampslayer.
you. He's with you.
That's a great movie.
No, awful. Joke.
So many quotes, great quotes from it.
Nope.
If you're not first, you're last. All that.
What?
Shake and bake, as we were just saying.
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. That's my
one of the-
favorite. That's my favorite.
Whoa. But I'm starting to kind of get back into it a little bit. It's been about 4 years since I've stopped watching NASCAR when Jeff Gordon retired. I'm slowly starting to get back into it, I must say.
About.
Cheat
Don't you
back
wish
in.
that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
So many great quotes.
So bad.
Oh my god.
So bad. Speaking of trolling, you want to explain to the people what was going on
Don't
this
you
week
even
with a little bit of
need
trolling?
What do you mean?
With the Facebook?
How you? Or would you consider the person you're talking to a troll?
No, I would say that's a troll. Too.
So lady on Facebook is selling PS3 games. How many games were they? Well, either way, she was telling
40
They
of
were
them.
selling them for $10 a piece, which is pretty outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the PS5 is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So, I'd say Dan offered her a pretty reasonable price of half of what she was looking to get. And she said,
No, thank you.
thank you.
She said no thanks.
And then Dan gets toxic after that. Toxic.
All
He
the
said,
Overwatch
as
he's been
a
playing.
owner of a video game store,
I broke it right down to her.
those games are worth $5 to $8 retail each.
Retail.
So, and then she just, what did she do? She blocked you? Or
She said something like sorry, and then she blocked. Like, this is the problem with Facebook Marketplace, is that people are going on there and they have no idea what they're selling them for. Like PlayStation 3 games that, while yes, they are extremely popular, they're not all that valuable. They're worth $9.99, $7.99, $4.99. So she's legitimately on Facebook selling 40 games for $10 a piece. Like, I'm sorry, NHL 07 is not a $9.99 game. It's a $2.99 game. Madden 04, $2.99.
I'd pay $10 for it.
I mean, she's selling them for a crazy amount. It's ridiculous. And I love breaking it down to people on Facebook Marketplace about it. Don't sell something you don't understand the price.
And Dan was fuming that day. He's like, this is the kind of person that'll secretly lower the price.
Yeah. If I go back and pull her up right now, if I go back and pull up her trade, I bet you she's dropped it. Like, I bet you she's dropped it now. Like, oh, $8 a game now, or $7, because she doesn't want to admit that I'm right. Because first of all, she probably had no idea what she was doing. Okay, and then she realized, okay, this guy's probably right, so now I'm going to adjust it, but I'm not going to say, hey, you interested in buying them? So I left it where, if you want to sell them for a reasonable price, let me know. And that's how I left it. She ended up blocking me, and she didn't block me, she got out of the conversation. Which is essentially the same thing, I guess.
That was pretty great.
It's absurd. I'm tired of people doing that on Facebook Marketplace. Sell them for what they're worth. I'll go to GameStop and buy them for $4.99 and get the 30-day warranty with it. You don't even get a
Now you
warranty
sound
with
like some
hers.
salty customers.
Yeah,
Dan.
jeez.
I'm just gonna go to GameStop.
Well, because GameStop is crazy.
That's a pretty hurtful thing for people to say to people. Dan. As a recipient of that yourself, you should know and such.
And then jumping into customers of the week, you want to go over your Super Nintendo?
The guy was a nice guy, but he was trying to get over. Essentially, he brought in a Super Nintendo to return. Gave me a whole story about it. It just doesn't work. And I popped it on, worked for like 5 minutes. It didn't work. So our policy is we do store credit returns on stuff, as probably much people know. But Yeah, so I told him store credit, and he was kind of upset. And so while he was looking for stuff to get with his store credit, I popped the Super Nintendo in, and I played it for like 20 minutes, full blast.
Like usual, works just fine.
I was just like, he was just kind of left after that, but he'll be back. He said he still got his credit.
The people, they buy them, and they want to go home, they play them for 2 weeks. Like, oh, but we'll bring it back.
Because it's not a rental or like you put down a deposit and then you get it back and bring the system back.
Or how about the guy with the controller
When
that
you
came
buy
in
it.
20 minutes before that?
Because at that point, giving store credit back is generous after you've played it, got all your use out of it, and then you just decide you're done with it.
Don't want it anymore.
One guy was trying to return a controller, 2 days left on his warranty.
You know,
Literally had it for 28 days. Like, oh, I'm going to use it for 28 days and try to return it. Nope, sorry. That's not how that works.
You got store credit as well. It's the same for everybody, and it is fair.
But
Yes,
returns
it
always
does.
pick up when it's busy. It's tax season, store busy.
No.
What do you expect?
They were both actually, I mean, we're talking about it, but they weren't too bad. They got a little mad, but in the end, both sides were pleased and satisfied.
All right, so we're going to close up here behind the counter. Are you going to get ready for next Sunday or this Sunday? If we launch our 6-man stream of watching everyone
And you
go-
might find yourself out.
Yeah.
You might find yourself off the team after we went on with the grades here. I mean, there's not much room for Dan on the team.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Say, if we take out the 2 lowest people, how many people? 2, 3, 4. Yep, we have 8 people on the grading thing. So that means 2 people gotta go.
And that's
Well, they don't
it.
got to go. It's just-
And it's only fair to go by the lowest grades, which is Johnny and F, because he can't play anyway. And you with the C
Hey,
minus.
you can stay in the party, though.
I think honestly the chemistry just works a lot better because then it's the dream team with me and Tom.
Yeah, maybe if you had a partner.
Tuesdays with Jackson and Luke, and then Butt and Dave got great chemistry.
And we got to get Dave on.
Exactly for you instead.
Instead of you.
Whatever.
I'll just not play.
I think we're just about up on time. Behind the counter here, I think it's episode 28, if I'm not mistaken.
28?
Episode 28, if we really go back all the way to the beginning.
Jeez.
We got Retro Monday coming up next. Mike is playing, bam, right there, Castlevania.
Symphony of the Night.
So that should
The
be an
old school
interesting...
game.
Castlevania is always a popular series, so that should be interesting to watch here tonight. Now, is this like a 3-stream game, or is this like something you get done in an hour?
No, it's probably like 2. That's what I say, but it could possibly stretch a little bit. We'll see.
So we got
We'll see
Retro
how it
Monday
goes.
up next with Mike, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. AC Weezy's going to close out the night with some Monday Night Gaming. You're back tomorrow, 2v Tuesdays with Luke.
Little
And
Debbie.
of course, we got.
Don't
Are we
forget
doing
that.
that tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Little Debbie taste test. So,
I'll let you know what the best one
That sounds
is.
interesting. I mean, that's
Tune
my
in for
first time
that.
hearing about it.
we gotta go grocery shopping and buying them.
Which flavors?
I don't
All
know.
of them. We're getting all.
Just all little Debbie.
All Little Debbie snacks. We need to try all
We
of
gotta.
them.
We're not buying all of them.
One
We'll
of
see.
each.
What do you mean?
We'll see.
We're not going and buying every little Debbie
have-
shortcake, whatever they're called.
We have to know. We have to get the
We have to
variety.
have a big list of like.
Can't
I'm
just
not
be
buying 45 different pieces of Little
If
Debbie's.
you want
Not
to have
happening.
a good research and like a reliable test,
You can pick your
You need a lot
top
of
3 and we'll
variety.
try them. Top 3? Top
What do you want it to be?
5.
5
2 of
minutes
them might
little
be the
take?
same. I mean, there's so many different flavors to cover.
I'll pick
3
my
minutes.
top 5, and then Luke can pick his top 5. There's 10
Perhaps
items.
if
We can rake them.
negotiate with the grocery store and say it's for research.
What if I try Debbie's
good.
cherry pie from Luke?
Well, we'll leave that there.
All right, that's
Go
Behind
for
the
it.
Counter. Retro Monday's up next. If you haven't, make sure you give us a follow. Check out all the shows for the rest of the week here on the channel. Adios.
Adios.